Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, hi, HP. Good evening from Bangalore. Nice. Hi, Ali. Salam. Hi, everyone. Today is Tuesday. Yes, I'm absolutely doing fine. Except for Solana trade, actually, pretty much messed up. Um, I'll talk about it on this setup. So today's stream, what are we going to discuss? First of all, for the few minutes, I'm just going to lay out my plan for Bitcoin on the midterm time frame and the lower term time frame, as what I expect from the Bitcoin. The CPI is coming, guys, and I think the CPI will definitely be coming good because of the oil. If you remember a few days back when I mentioned that crude oil is definitely not looking great because it is simply holding up the support, and once it breaks down, it's going to be nasty breakdown for the crude oil, and that's exactly what crude oil did. Literally dumped it back down to $65. I mean, just look at it. So this was like the bull case. If you remember, the green was the bull case, and we also had the bear case scenario, and my favorite one was the bear case because we were just like holding up barely this equilibrium of 70.5, and we never just bounced to 79 $80 for this to happen. So honestly, this is like a nightmare for everyone. I mean, this should be the nightmare, guys. I mean, trust me. A lot of countries are in panic because of oil dumping, and the Europeans and the Europe is definitely benefiting out of it. And if still after this big dump or mega dump on oil, your government don't reduce the oil price or the petrol prices, the gas prices, the fuel prices, then there is some major issue with your government, guys. But overall, this is what the oil is, and it's not yet done. Oil is going to go to $57. So there will be a bearish retest of 70.1 because that levels we have lost it, and we did closed weekly under. So practically speaking, that would be a nice short. The target for oil is around $57. I mean, that's how it is going to go deeper. And just so as to tell you, a worst case scenario, if we don't able to reclaim 62 at that point of time, then God forbid, I think oil can literally dump it back down to $50 a barrel. So practically it's going to be really good for the economy. It's going to be really good for for US, because, and really bad for Saudi, Iran, and the countries that are heavily dependent on oil, because the way these countries are heavily investing, they really need to maintain a break-even price of $70 to $72 practically. I mean, which is, for now, I think we are very far from those levels, and I can clearly see that oil is gonna dump. Definitely, it's gonna dump. So do not try to long it, my friends. No, don't even try. So talking about the Bitcoin, and right now, so we'll just talk about the Bitcoin and gold and then SPX, and we will end our stream with an insight and a learning session on how do you add more and more confidence to your trade, because confluences are very important, guys. When you, as a trader, if you are trading, the confluence is a must. Now the confluence is not going to guarantee that your trade is going to play out perfectly and it's going to give you 100% win rate, but the confluence is going to help you give answers as to why you should take a trade, what should be your stop losses, and what should be your take profit targets. So practically these are the three questions it's going to give you, it's going to answer for you. So let's start with the CME chart. We still have a gap on the downside on Bitcoin, as you can see on the daily time frame as well, or you can see it on the 4 hours time frame on Bitcoin. Honestly, yes, we do have a gap around 54k and that gap is still a very very valid gap. It's not exactly the 54k, it's slightly lower than that. It's roughly around 54.5 to $52,000. I mean, that is the gap that we have on a Bitcoin. So practically, if you look at here, the structure, I was expecting yesterday Bitcoin to do two of the three things. Sorry, one of two things. The first, basically, as I mentioned yesterday on the lower term time frame, that either this move is ABC or is going to turn impulse. So the ABC was supposed to give us a rejection around 56.3. So that is the levels was very very crucial, and we just simply break out from there and simply went to 58,000, the next big resistance that we had. If you remember, I was supposed to take a short. Yes, I shorted Bitcoin at 56.2, and immediately I closed it around 56.350 or $400. And because the Bitcoin was literally holding this previous week equilibrium and previous month value area low, which is very very significant levels actually. Hence, I had to close it, and then we turned bull. I turned bullish. That means this count to me looks like some sort of a 1, 2. Now we are in a wave 3. Wave 3 is not done. Wave 3 we will most likely end around 58.7 to 58. So one more push is pending, which for what we have limit set, and I expect we should fill our limit. This pump is likely going to happen tomorrow in my view. Then we will see another rejection for Bitcoin around 56 to 56.5, and a further push up for Bitcoin around the previous week highs. So that is what I expect on Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. And the invalidation for the up move is very very clear, is under $56,000. Very 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 tiny invalidation. So that's what I'm aiming for. The worst case scenario for Bitcoin would be that this is not 5 waves, but this is some sort of A, B, and right now we're just doing wave C. So we push up one more time to 58.9, and after that, instead of we pumping one more up, we simply go for this sort of a big dump towards 51 and maybe even $49,000. So that can be the bear case scenario for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin push up for this 5 waves, which means that the bottom is in, and BTC will chop for the next few days till 16th or 17th of September. It's gonna chop, going to do something like this. For wave 2, 55 would be our support, and then it's going to break out really big for the new all-time highs, or maybe even $72,000. But definitely it's going to see a very big breakout if we go for the 5 waves, which I would be very very happy. Now let's talk about Bitcoin on a very lower term time frame. So if you look at here on Bitcoin lower term time frame, this is the 15 minutes chart. The 15 minutes chart on Bitcoin clearly looks to me like some sort of a ABC. I'm not sure exactly. This is some sort of A. This can be B maybe. I'm not sure. But we can see one more push up and then maybe down like this. It's like forming a range. And you can even say that we can probably look for some sort of a long scalps. That's what we are aiming for. It's like a range formation. You see here, you also having a Monday mid support. I just want Bitcoin to fill my bids and pump it up. So this is the range we are looking for on the lower term time frame. Now, if BTC flips the 56.9, simply long it, because we would then probably go up to 57.7 to can even push up for like this. It all depends. But the minimum would be 57.6 to 57.7. Can give you a very nice scalp. So it's going to be a move for roughly around $800 to $900 move. and roughly around 1.3%, and the risk reward would be amazing as well. So if we get the equilibrium flip, that's how you're going to play it. Your stop loss would simply be on the previous week POC. You don't need to go for the lows very, very tight. And your take profit targets would be very clear, 2.5 hour. In case if it just goes for the highs, it will be 4.3 to 4.4 hour, which is amazing. So that's the plan that we have for Bitcoin on the lower term time frame. And hence, I'm simply waiting for it. If you look at from the TPO perspective, as well as some more confluences that we are adding. So this equilibrium also supports the POC that we have. This is the POC of the TPO, basically this whole range POC that we are having it. And basically making 56.9 a very big and a very good levels. So hence, you simply wanted to flip. Similarly, for Solana, you wanted to reclaim 134.7. Once reclaim, we can long it again, because that is a huge liquidity. That is an untapped liquidity above. So, and why I longed Solana, because that was a very good, 5 waves. I was expecting Solana to do something like this: A, B, C, chop, 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 and then push up. Instead, it simply went to 134, and now we're likely going to reverse, is what I think. Or maybe we can see one more sweep of the lows around 133. We will see. But Solana, I think anything around 137.7 to 138, you should take profits and you should exit if you're having longs from the lows around 121 to $122. Just wait for it to flip the 136 on the daily. If 2 consecutive daily close, then it's very, very bullish. It's going to target $170. If not, then you simply know the answer. You just wait and watch. For Ethereum, still same plan. I think Ethereum is bottomed. Just look at here. If I just remove the levels and confluences, just look at here. Ethereum is holding the Monday mid. And the worst part about the ETH is it did not have, 5 waves. I mean, I don't see any 5 waves at all. It can be maybe some sort of something like this. You can say a diagonal. The diagonal is a possibility, but the problem over here is the volume. So you got a nice volume over here on the wave 2. Normally the wave 2 volume is lower, and hence this diagonal don't make sense to me, which I'm not gonna talk about. So practically what I feel for ETH is this is some sort of a wave A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I think ETH can pump from here to somewhere around, you can say that ETH can pump from here to 2415 to 2416. That's what, I think ETH can do. So I think we will see some nice scalp on ETH. Just want 2340 to flip. Once 2340 is flipped on H1, you can long it. I don't have any other wave counts. Why? Because even if this is A, this is B, it have to have 5 waves. Now the one wave is missing. Now let's say even if this is not ABC, but this is 1 2 1 2. This is 1 2. And another move is 1 2 1 2, which means that wave 1 is always 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the hell is the another wave? Which we don't have it. So yes, one more push is very likelihood on ETH from here to 2414 to 2415 for some interesting scalps. And maybe after that, we will see if we just do something like this tomorrow. If CPI, is priced in, then this is how we will see a mega dump. Or we can just simply push it up to 2500. But for now, I think ETH is very bullish because ETH needs to have that one more push on an upside. It's missing. Clearly, it's missing actually. So it needs to have that push up. Talking about, FET, USDT, perhaps. These are what I'm discussing, the lower term time frame plans. Wow, you can just simply scalp it right now. FET is going to go for the value area high, and the good part about FET is it flipped the Monday highs, literally above Monday highs. I mean, you see the Monday highs is flipped at 1.24. Practically FET is looking so good. There is no bearish signs so far at this moment, no exhaustion, nothing. And that's the reason, I think FET is looking good. So the only bear case over here for FET is this, which I think I've discussed already. Just wanted to show you this cipher. This cipher is very valid. It just needs to complete the 5 waves, and this can die. So the target would be roughly around 1.38 to 1.39. I mentioned on Friday as well, if FET flip 1.19, you simply long. So you'd flip 2 consecutive close above. This candle yesterday was your long around 1.2. And if you would have longed it, you would have made nice gains actually. And you should hold and ride. I think FET will go a little bit more upside to 1.37. In case if it gives us Monday highs retest, I'll give some scalps. But let's see if it gives us. Let's talk about silver as well. So talking about silver, the plan for the silver so far has played out. I have booked some gains as well for what we bought. It gave a good bounce actually for roughly around 2 hour setup. And what I'm watching right now is a sweep of the lows. Basically, we sweep the lows. Now, if that is the case, for silver, yes, we can push one more up towards like forming a W. So it's going to form literally a W. This is how it's going to form a W. See, W like this. So we're going to form a W and then further dump like this. So practically, yes, on the lower term time frame, I think silver will push up. We can do a little bit down like this for a retest of 27.8 to sweep the Monday lows, and then we can push up further to sweep the highs of 29.3. The short makes more sense than longs at this point on silver. Let's also take I think Aave. I already mentioned Aave in the morning that I am expecting a push up on Aave. Unfortunately, it did not gave us that sweep, and instead just push it up. Now, very interestingly, we all have to look here is that it finished the 5 waves. Very, very interesting. If it loses the Monday highs again, I think it can give us a very good short because that's a 5 waves. I can clearly see the 5 waves. So if we are doing Monday highs like this, we just lost it, we can short it. The target would be like this. It will go to 132.3 at that point of time. And later on, we will just see a dump to 128 as well. But for now, wait for it to either flip Monday highs on 4 hour, 2 consecutive 4 hour close above Monday highs will be a good nice long. So if it flips Monday highs on 4 hour candle, 2 4 hour consecutive close, you can long it, and you can ride for the sweep of the highs roughly around $150. Okay, and that's what you can do. So wait for it. But for now, the bear case, it looks great. But if BTC reverses, so does Aave. Let's also check FTM. Let's check it. Wow, what a nice bounce. Altcoins did have a very nice bounce. The way this things looks like, it's not going to stop. Basically, it's going to push up. We flip Monday highs, push up, we take the highs, we go around the order block that we have 0.57 to 0.58, and we come back down like this. It's going to be an M pattern formation, reclaim it, and then we go. So practically, yes, for now it's bullish. I'm expecting it to run up a little bit. Pullback is a possibility for a retest to Monday mid, but overall it's bullish. I'm expecting it to run up to 55 to 59 cents easy. So lower term time frame is bullish. HTF, I would not still suggest you to buy some spots until daily or weekly is closed above some big resistance actually. So that's what on the lower term time frame we have. Now talking about the trading setups. Let's also check INJ, the last chart, and then I will just let's check it. Yeah, INJ is doing ABC and it's perfectly going as planned. I mentioned, I'm expecting it to go here. Basically these levels, somewhere around $20 or so. And likely forming inside out pattern basically. So that inside out, because you took a liquidity, so there is an inside out pattern. That's A, this B, and now we are doing 5 is 1 2 3 4 5 to $20. 19.5 can even go to $20 at the max. But yeah, I think Monday highs is flipped on INJ, so you can scalp it, you can long it. Your stop loss would be under 17.4, and you can ride it. It has flipped it. The Monday high looks great. You see, we have flipped, so clearly it's bullish on lower term time frame. I am expecting it to push from here and go to 18.9, and later on push 19.5. So yeah, on the lower term time frame it is bullish. Now guys, talking about our topic, how do you add confluence? So what are the confluences? What do you understand by the confluence? How many of you guys understand confluence? So whenever you take a trade, okay, so let's say I use some chart and I take a trade. Okay, I want to take a trade. Let's say, as I mentioned, on ETH, one more push is pending. So for ETH, yes, one more push is pending. But what are the confluences that it's going to hold or make me think to long it right now? Or what? How do you determine what would be the stop loss? What are the invalidations? What is going to be a take profit targets? What are the confluences? So the confluences are the basically the levels or the answers basically you need to execute a trade. So you ask yourself why you want to trade. Okay, first, why you want to trade. So you need to find an answer. For example, okay, this is a huge support, the 2336 is a support, and then you also holding the Monday mid, and then based on Elliot wave, one more wave is missing. Now, okay, fine, everything is good. But what are more confluences you have? Which means that you need to add more and more answers, so that you get more comfortable. For example, if you look at our price action algo indicator, the price action algo indicator is going to give you the levels. So for example, you have Monday mids, you have Monday highs. Basically, it's a range. And then you will also get weekly levels over here. Similarly, you can have EMAs. EMAs can be a very nice confluence, whether EMA 50 or EMA 100 is flipped, whether they are holding, whether the price is above EMAs, whether the price is under EMA, what is the trend, whether the EMA is curling upside or the EMA is curving downside. If the EMAs are curving upside, which means that the trend is likely going to shift up. So that's kind of a confluence you can add it. You can use the support resistance algo if you don't know how to draw the levels. That is going to automatically draw, and you can add more confluences over here. So for example, in our algo, the algo is going to tell you how strong this level is. For example, this resistance 2380, very strong, 3 rockets, and you see we also got rejection one time already. So practically, that level is a very, very, very strong. So that is some confidence for take profit targets. For example, you can add TPO, or you can add naked POCs. Let's say you added TPO over here. TPO, you added some extra confluences to know what the lower term time frame price action is. So you have this TPO over here, and you knew that the price is still under the POC of the range, but the price is holding up $2,313 support. So if the price is flipping 2340 over here, definitely we will be looking for more push on upside, because it gets acceptance under this value area range, so which is a good sign. So this is how you add more and more confluence. For example, VWAP. So if the price is above the VWAP, good, bullish. If not, there is a chance that we are looking for some downtrend. So these are some very basic examples of how you can add confluence. So for example, you just look at the Bitcoin chart. We have the range over here, but then the confluence doesn't mean that the range equilibrium. No, the confluence means we have previous week POC over here as a support, you have 0.5 Fib as support, you have Monday mid as support, and the major big thing is that you have previous week equilibrium and previous month value area low, which is a very, very big levels as a support. So this is the confluence you add. For example, if you know how to draw harmonics, you can add confluence based on those harmonics. Very easy it is. It's just that you should know how to draw harmonics. For example, if BTC flips the equilibrium, yes, we can get a good harmonic out of it, like this. Can be, shark. Maybe a shark. It's a very good. You see, this can be a very good harmonic actually. So if we flip, the equilibrium, which is around 56.9, it gives a very, very good levels. Now for confluence, just use our price action algo. Just open up the price action algo and look for fair value gaps or order blocks. So over here, if I just look at the fair value gap or order blocks, let's see. So if you look at the 15 minutes or fair value gap or order block, or look at the 1 hour fair value gap order block, I would suggest the higher the time frame you're using, the more accurate the levels would be. But if you're using the lower term time frame, order blocks and fair value gap, likely this can be a fake out. So you need to understand that as well. Just perfect. So as you can see, there is an order block over here, which is around 55.17. But at the top, we have a strong order block plus fair value gap, which is confluencing over here. So this is a very good levels for as a big resistance for like taking profits on the 1 hour time frame. Practically, these are some confluences you should be adding in your trading. When you literally try to add more confluence to your trade, guys, it's literally going to help you not to take fake trades. Basically, you're not gonna get trapped easily, and even if you get trapped, it's okay. You might lose one trade because nothing is 100% accurate, but definitely overall you will be very, very positive. Second important thing, you exactly will knew that why are you playing this and what is going to be your invalidation level. So basically you can plan your risk management with the help of confluence. Why? Because where you want to exit, where you want to take profits, what your risk reward, where the trade is going to invalid, and where the trade is going to give me the confirmation. So for example, if you don't understand, very layman example, a confluence, okay, everything is looking good, we have used support 2320 support, but what are confluence have and why should I take the trade? We have a good support here, and that's a Monday mid level as well. Nice support. But if you really want to long, I need some confirmations. Once it flips 2340 on H1, two consecutive close above, definitely it will be a good scalp of a long towards 2417 to 2416. But if it don't, if it don't flip, no long. Simple as that. So these are some confluences, and you really know that even if you're longing 2340, stop loss will itself be 2340. Basically, it can help you literally give good risk reward, very very good risk reward ideally. So yeah, confluence is very very important if you really want to up your game, guys. I know it's a very short topic, but I've already explained you with the help of examples on how you can add more confluence. So every trade you take it, guys, 3 questions you need to ask: why you want to trade a trade, what would be your invalidation of the trade, and what would be the confirmation for the trade, which means that what would confirm that this trade is absolutely going to go wild, which means that now it's confirmed, it's the trade is valid, basically. So these are the 3 questions you need to ask. If you don't get answers, which means you should not trade it. If you're blindly trading it, simply that you feel that it's going to push, don't do it. You will end up like, day and night, you'll just keep on watching. Hey, why it's not pumping? A single drop and you will be frustrated. You will end up closing it instead of, holding it, because you exactly don't know why you're trading it, trading it. You need to use all these tools. Would just watch all the educational videos I've posted, guys. I have posted videos on patterns, fibs, support resistance, order blocks, fair value gap, and a lot of other videos I've posted. I personally made it based on my trading styles, how to use EMAs. So practically, guys, use it, because that's how you will add more and more confidence. That's how this is going to help you a lot. Trust me. Okay. So that's what I have for tonight's stream. Remember, whatever you trade, use the confluence. Do not just take a trade blindly. You need to have these 3 answers. Why you want to trade? Ask yourself. What would be the confirmation and what would be the invalidation? Simple as that. If you know the invalidation, you can lose 1 or 2 trade, but you're not going to lose your capital because you know what you are doing, and you can sleep peacefully. If it stops out, it stops out. It's okay, but overall, it will be great. So that's what you should be doing, guys, in my view. Watch all our videos, guys. Okay. The last chart. Let's talk about. Let's also talk about DOT. There are some news I saw about DOT regarding an investment, but overall, I think DOT is pretty much not looking in a good shape. It needs to sweep the lows practically. That's what I feel. Maybe on the hard term time frame, normally we don't double bottom. Normally it cannot be. It has to sweep the lows. So let me just check. 3.58. Yeah, 3.55. So we have the lows very close, like an equal lows we have. Yeah, we can have a slight push on an upside for DOT, slight push like 4.6 to 4.5, but overall I'm expecting DOT to sweep the lows, go to 3.3 or something, and after that to pull up a very good push up towards the support of resistance of 7.4. It's likely going to form either a head and shoulder and then dump like more, or it's simply going to be like a trap and it just pumps up like this for 5 waves. So that's what I have for DOT on the weekly time frame. One more down is pending. On the lower term time frame, push up is likely. Okay, let's also talk about Litecoin. I've stopped trading Litecoin since long. Why? Because even though it looks good, it have no purpose actually. I don't see any purpose on Litecoin. So practically, even if it looks good, it has M pattern, everything. You see, there is a good harmonic over here formation on a Litecoin, a very good harmonic, which in my view have 60% probability of playing out. Very high likely. Just look at this harmonic. But we had a very similar harmonic on Atom as well. But though Atom did pump till equilibrium. So if we say Litecoin wants to pump, yes, it can pump to $85. And if 85 is flipped as support, this weekly levels, if this is flipped as support, then we'll be very, very bullish. We can aim for 170 3 digits Litecoin. If not, be prepared to come back down to sweep the lows of $20. So for now, I think it looks great. HTF is bullish. Lower term time frame, one more downside towards 57 to 55 would be a very nice levels. Your invalidation would be under 52.5 for Litecoin. Talking about people also having a very interesting setup. I just want to see whether it's going to flip the Monday highs or not. Very, very thin liquidity at this point. If it manages to flip the Monday highs, we already got the sweep. So ideally, I would like to see the dump like this, because we got the 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got the 5 waves. It's done. So ideally, I would like to see the sweep of the lows of 611 and push up, down, something like this for a support. And after, from there, a big retest of 64. So this is other scalps you can play on people. You want to go big on longs, wait for it to flip Monday highs. Till it don't flip, just wait. Don't go anything. So that's all for the today's stream, guys. I'm just simply waiting for Bitcoin to flip the equilibrium. Once it flips, this harmonic will be very, very good for some scalps on Bitcoin. Ethereum, yes, I mentioned as well. I'm feeling good about it. What push is likely on an upside to 4172420. And if you would like to support this YouTube streams, guys, or my work, if you appreciate it, just and trade on Bybit, guys. You can create a new account using the link mentioned in the description. So that's all, and have a nice night. Take care. I'm simply watching it. As soon as I saw any reclaim or any setup being confirmed, definitely you should. I will give you. So INJ is looking good, guys. It has flipped, the range highs. So it's a very high probable trade for you. It's looking definitely good. Any single push on Bitcoin, INJ will get sent. It's going to pump, So yeah, INJ is looking good. It seems like Solana took us out, and we'll go for a nice push on an upside. Let's see if I can flip this levels, as I mentioned, 134.7 to 134.8 on H1. Will go very high likely. I would say the 90% probability. The reason why I mentioned the 90% probability is simply this. Very simple reasoning I have. Very simple. As I mentioned earlier, I have counted the wave counts almost thrice, and I don't find any reason why we should not take it. If it's bearish, this has to be A, B, and the upside move should be C. Correct? If it is bearish. If it is bullish, the upside move should be 5 waves. Correct? Now, in case of bearishness, if you are saying the upside move is C wave, the C wave is always 5 waves. 1, 2, 3 with the high volume, 4, and with there has to be one more push on an upside, which is pending. Okay? Now, if you are bullish, there has to be 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, where the hell is wave? 5, which is missing. In any situation, I see that one more push is inevitable. I think it's missing. That's the reason. But of course, we do have invalidation. 56,000 is going to be the hard invalidation for our trade actually. So yeah, it's a very high probable trade. Even the bear case scenario tells me that one more push is a possibility. Very high likely, which is a very good confidence in my view. Also, we have a good support at 56,170. Previous week equilibrium plus previous month value area low. Along with 15 minutes, SR algo support. You see here? This is our support. 5 rockets we have. You see, 56,150. So basically, we have a good lot of confluence over here at these levels. And if you just look at the TPO as well, just want to show you. So if you look at the TPO over here, you see we had the previous value area high. The previous range value area high is roughly around 56,300. So practically this level is a very good levels in my view to scalp it, to go for a long. So I have good reasons to scalp it basically at those levels. Question is whether Bitcoin is going to give it, or it's just simply going to pump from here, flip the equilibrium and run. That's what it can do. So I'm monitoring it. I have to monitor it, because if it flips the equilibrium, I'll just cancel it and I'll go market, because we still want to make some money out of it. Okay. So that's all, guys. Have a nice night. Take care.